It's Friday. It's Friday. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to our Friday Regie webinar.
Welcome, you guys. I am pumped that these two let me come and join because I wanted to jump in and first say hello to everybody who's listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. Excited that it's Friday, but it's been an awesome week. Happy December, everyone, too. So, we're going to just dive in because we want to talk email personalization. And there is no better place for you guys to be right now than with the Regie team right here, who is going to be able to really talk about how important it is. We're going to leave you with some tips, tricks, all of those things to really take away that you can leverage, go use on your own. So I am Amelia Taylor. Let me back up a little bit. I am the lead evangelist over here at Regie. And so we are the AI platform for modern go-to-market teams for content creation. So I'm going to let Colin and Riley just intro themselves, but thank you guys for joining us. We're excited.
Awesome. So we're going to give probably like 4 or 5 minutes or so for other people to be hopping in. So while you guys are here and waiting for us to get rolling, go ahead and drop where you guys are from in the chat here. If you guys want to throw some LinkedIn links in there as well, connect with everybody, feel free to do so. We're always happy to facilitate these connections for everybody. So I'm calling in from Miami, Florida today, where let's see, the weather is 81 degrees and sunny. It's actually a little bit chilly when I went outside today to get my lunch. There's a little bit of a breeze, so not too bad here. How about you, Riley?
Yeah, I'm calling in from Iowa. I'm Riley. I work on the marketing team here at Regie. I'm a copywriter, but I also help out wherever's needed. And Colin, it's 50 degrees here, and today it's actually a warm day. So
yeah, I would be struggling a bit out there. I was joking with our folks here earlier. We turned our air down to like 70 degrees in the house, and I was like in here shivering.
I was
because
scared.
I'm just used to that warmth.
The other day, I was like, do I turn my heat on in Florida? Does it like blow up? I don't know. It was so cold, and so I didn't do it. I just decided to bundle up. But yeah,
you're in Tampa, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm in
What's
Tampa.
What's it like over there today?
Oh, just pretty beautiful, but I don't want to make. Someone here is in Mexico, so I'm a little jealous of that. If you're lounging on the beach,
I know. It's got to be some beautiful warm weather down there. They probably got us beat weather-wise, even with Miami.
Right.
But
I know.
Let's see. Who else have we got here? We've got some Houston, Texas. Oh, we've got Lithuania in here. Welcome.
Yeah,
You're right, Riley.
Lithuania, Australia, Mexico.
Chicago.
Holy cow. We are going international today. We're super excited.
International. And that's a good thing because, side note, Regie translates into 25 different languages, if you guys didn't know. Just wanted to toss that out there. So there you go.
Mexico City. Okay. Close enough to the beach where you could get there if you needed to, I guess.
I would get lost, but 100%.
All right. So we'll give it like one more minute and we'll get rolling. Again, we're going to be talking about personalization today, and personalization on a couple of different facets. So it's going to be super valuable for you guys. We're super excited to be chatting with you guys. Like I said, we're going to give it a few more minutes and we'll get rolling. But no, super excited to be talking Regie with everybody in here.
I'm so excited. I really am. I was just pumped that you guys let me join.
We're always happy to have you. Draw the people in. You're drawing the people in.
You guys get over here because I did a video and everything last minute. So and someone told me I looked like Easter. So I did not realize that because I guess my shirt's yellow. So I thought it was one of the greatest comments I've ever seen. All Easter up in here. So happy Easter, Merry happy St. Patrick's Day because the Green Wall,
all the holidays.
Holidays of all the years, holidays, happy holidays. So in the chat, who's your ICP? Who are you emailing? Are you emailing? Share just different things with us about email that you want to know. Ask questions. We want to answer them. We want to hear what your thoughts are, any kind of burning questions, or if you're just like, become anonymous if you want. Make them a name and then ask your questions if you don't want to ask in front of your company or whatnot. But we want to hear from you. So anything that you guys say, hey, like I said, you're in the right place. We got your back.
Absolutely. All right, we can go ahead and get rocking and rolling now. So again, welcome everybody to our Regie workshop on personalization. Super excited to have you guys joining us, joining the Regie team today. Again, my name is Colin Lee. I'm on our marketing team here at Regie. We've also got Riley, who's on our marketing team, and Amelia as well. So we're super excited to have you guys joining us. And we're going to jump right into personalization with Regie here and how to better personalize your emails to get better results. So we're going to look at personalization on two different facets today. One is normal personalization as you're going through and how to better personalize, especially utilizing the Regie platform. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about personalization at scale. So breaking it down in two different aspects there. One is going to be a more slowed down process where you're going to be really generating personalized content for these individuals. We'll talk about the benefits of doing that when we do that there. And then we'll talk about, again, the personalization at scale, how we're able to apply these same methodologies to contacting multiple people either at once or in succession in a quick succession there. So again, we're super excited to have you guys and we're ready to jump right in. So just as a reminder, we're going to shoot out a video recording of this to everybody afterwards. So you guys don't have to be sitting there taking notes. Feel free to enjoy what we're talking about today. And if you guys do have to jump early, you're going to have access to all of the content that we put out. So we'll be sure to get that over to you. That'll come automatically after the meeting is finished to the one that you to the email address that you registered with. Make sure you guys are dropping questions in the chat this entire time. Amelia and Riley are going to be helping man the chat, pull out big questions, stop me when we get big questions as well. Then we'll have a big question and answer period toward the end of the session as well. And then also one last thing, stick around to the very end of our session today. I don't expect us to go too much longer than 30, 45 minutes. Right around the end, we're going to give you guys a sneak preview of a super cool tool that's going to be coming out on the Regie platform on December the 9th. So we are super excited to be jumping in with you guys. Let me go ahead and share my screen and we'll get rocking and rolling.
Let me just say, like, I'm telling y'all right now, you want to stick through this whole thing and we won't be long, like he said, but you want to hear what's coming out. Like, I promise you, you really do.
Absolutely. All right. So now that we've got that little teaser out of the way, so you guys should be looking at the main Regie platform here on your screen. So when you guys log into Regie, you can just go to the Regie website. You can log in here. And what we're going to talk about on the first set of personalization is creating personalized sales campaigns on a hyper-specific and hyper-targeted level. So specifically when we're going outbound, what you see a lot of sales teams doing is creating pretty generic sales sequences for the prospects that they're trying to get in touch with and trying to filter their prospects into one of like a few main large categories. And what we know is the more specific that we get with the sales campaigns that we're writing, the better that these sales campaigns would perform. So then with the magic of Regie, you know, where formerly it would take an hour or more to write a single sales campaign or sales sequence, with Regie, we can do these in just a few minutes and tailor them specific to the customer personas that you're looking to build to or build for. So if you guys have already built sales campaigns within Regie, it's okay, stick around. I promise this won't take us any more than a few minutes. We're gonna hit on some other cool tools to pair up with this. So let's first start with the campaigns on the left-hand side. We'll create a new campaign right here. And today we're just going to create a general outbound campaign, which is accessible to everybody on the Regie free plan, which is why I want to create this with you all today and show you how you can personalize at scale with just the Regie free plan. So hop into that outbound today. We'll do this general outbound campaign right here. And you can see on the right-hand side, we've got pre-built touch points that are all built on performative data and best practices to ensure that we're hitting all of our contacts and prospects at the right time, at the right pace, and in the right place. So we're hopping into our new campaign builder right here. So we're going to put in our company name, which is Regie.ai. A quick tip or trick right here. You guys can also put in the web address for the company that you're writing the sales sequence for. And what this does is this gives Regie more specific information and a place kind of to go back and reference when it's building out the sales campaign. So you're just providing more insight into who you're writing for and what you're writing about. And then here you're going to put in your company and product description. What you're going to see today is I'm just going to pull in 2 sentences from the Regie website right here, and Regie's going to write an amazing sales campaign with just these 2 sentences. However, what you're going to see in the bottom right-hand corner of this box right here is a counter that lets you go up to 600. This is going to be key when we're talking about our personalization here and how to personalize well with Regie. So the way that I recommend people typically do this is you want to fill out as much of that 600 character count for these descriptions as possible, because Regie writes better with the more information that you can input with it. So what I recommend that people do is come up with a generic 400 character description about the company or product that you're trying to write about that you can apply to multiple different sales campaigns and multiple different versions of this campaign that we're creating today for the different personas. And then you're going to use the last 200 characters from that of the available space in that description. So you've written 400. We're going to use the last 200 to get up to 600. And you're going to use those last 200 characters to be your personalization or your specification piece of this company description. So you might be talking to, a specific portion of the product that you're selling or something that relates to the people that you're trying to sell to, but you're going to put that there. You can do this pretty much anytime you're building out a sales campaign within Regie. And then within keywords here, you're going to tell Regie what to focus on in that company or product description. So we want to talk about content creation. We're creating a sequence with Regie today. And now here's where these personas really come in. So as you're building out your sales sequence within Regie, you can include these personas that you're building these sales sequences for and helping you to separate these sales sequences to the specific people that we're trying to sell for rather than large groups. So, we might want to get sell our software, for example, to like sales managers and software companies. So we're going to put sales, I'm going to name it sales managers, software companies, just for me to get back to. So we're going to look at managers in the sales department, and then in the software industry down here at the bottom. Let's see, I can just search it, that'd be better. The software industry, and create this persona. So now we're building a persona-specific sales sequence that allows us to get more personalized with the content we're creating. These pain points are now going to be generated around the persona that we're selling to. So again, we know that when we're talking to different people, we're going to use a couple of different things. We're going to use different pain points and value propositions because different things are going to matter to different individuals within the organization. And number two, we're going to talk to them differently. So we might talk to like a head of engineering a lot different than we're going to talk to a head of sales or a head of marketing. One, you might be more technical, while the other, you're being more creative. So things that we want to keep in mind as we're building our sales sequence here. So we've created this pain point. We're going to create this value proposition as well. Reggie's going to generate this with AI in just a couple of clicks. Generate another one. Love that one. Beautiful. Continue. Here we can add in, again, another ability for us to personalize and make this sales sequence more specific is by adding a proof point here. So if you're looking to call out a specific item that might be relevant to this audience, like an increase or decrease in one of your stats that you guys work off of, if you have a customer testimonial that you like to use that relates to this persona that you're selling to, or even like a news article, a piece of a news article that you want to include here, perfect place to put it. You're going to hit continue and generate this campaign. And just like that, Regie is generating our sales campaign in just a few clicks. It's going to be personalized to this specific persona that we are writing to. So we're going to let Regie come through, generate this email for us. We'll take a quick preview at this tool, and then we'll hop into a couple of other tools within this Regie platform that will help you personalize on the non-scaled portion of personalization. So we'll give Regie a couple of minutes here to write these emails, and we're ready to roll. So just like that, we've got a complete sales sequence, pretty much 95% of the way done. We just need to go in, clean up the sales sequence, adjust any kind of content that we want to adjust, and make sure that we're getting our emails to the 100% on the sales analyzer right-hand side. So, we've built out our sales sequence. Fantastic. If you guys are here, I have a feeling that you've built out a sales sequence within Regie. I just want to remind you about those personalization tools or the specific personas that we're targeting there. So, if you guys want to get some more information on how to edit these emails and manipulate these emails, after you've gotten to the step, we're going to be doing some more webinars later down the road. This is really just about how to set up the sales campaign in a personalized aspect there, which we have done. So fantastic. We're going to hop back to our home screen and get ready to move on to our next portion. But before I do, Riley and Amelia, did you guys have anything else that you wanted to tack on there? Are we ready to hop on to our next portion here?
Yeah, I just wanted to say quickly that when you're building a campaign and you're thinking about personalization, really pay attention to that proof point input, and that's within the campaign builder. You can really cater what you use to whoever you're reaching out to at that time. So if you are reaching out to a specific company and you have a case study that from another customer that works really well, that aligns with that company, make sure you include it, because that is a personalization element that's going to carry a lot of weight for you.
Sweet.
Yeah. So that's awesome. And can I just say and I said it in the chat too, like how quick and easy was that, y'all? Seriously, how simple was that to do, to have that personalization, and not just the scaled personalization that goes out to anyone and everyone. I mean, this is very honed in to who your ICP is, and you can make it so targeted. So literally that was like 3 minutes max. So you could do this for free.
Yeah, exactly. And you can, the key with doing this and doing it super super personalized and super targeted is, again, you can do this in like 5 to 10 minutes. You can build out this completely targeted sales campaign, and then you can build it out, 10 times in the same amount of time that it would take you to write out one formally. So it makes that personalization a lot easier as you're going through to build here. So great call outs there. Excellent. So we've got these sales campaigns written. We're ready to rock and roll. But we want to make sure that we want to try to get more open rates and reply rates to the information that we're sending through. So, what are some other ways within the Regie platform, this side of the platform, that we can do that? There's a few things that we can touch on, and these are going to be some super creative ways to get some, like I said, some better open and reply rates on your emails. And the first thing that we're going to start with is our image tool on the left-hand side. So, I run our office hours here at Regie, and we have people that come into the office hours and like, what in the world is a image generation tool doing in the sales platform like this? And I was like, a great question. So what we've seen a ton of sales individuals do within the Regie platform that we thought was genius and we had to bring to everybody else is that they use these images to add a personalization element to their first email, or even down the road, a few emails down the road, if you guys are it can also be used as, like, if they're not responding to your first email as kind of a bump, you can use this as well to get some more attention. Is use this image to relate to something that you find in your research step of the prospect. So we'll talk about research a little bit more once we get into the Chrome extension and how Regie makes that easy for you. But say I'm going through and I find that Riley loves going to ride horses in Wyoming every year. She does an annual retreat riding horses in Wyoming. Well, that's a really cool thing that we can work with here at Regie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, from that personalization information, I'm going to type into Regie. Let's see, horse trail through the mountains of Wyoming. I hope Wyoming has mountains. I'm not making myself look like a fool right now. Let's see, we'll make it scenic. Let's see. So we've got all these extra tools down here where you can add different styles to your image that you're creating, different moods. Really, these just are manipulative elements that you guys can go through and play around with to see the different results that come through. But I'm going to leave it right where we created right now and hit this Create Images button. What Regie's going to do is create 4 images that are unique to what we just put in. They're completely your own. These are absolutely original images after you generate them. And just like that, we've got some beautiful imagery of a horse trail in Wyoming. So what I would do here is I would, download this image, attach it to my email, could even send it or add it to my CMS to make sure I can know when they're viewing it or not. We'll talk about that in a second. So we can track the views there, or I just attach it to my email directly and say, hey, like, I saw that you liked riding horseback in Wyoming. We utilize, this tool to create this unique image for you. Does this resemble like something that you like to go out and do or something like that? Just adds another element of hyper personalization to your sales process that you can't really get anywhere else. So a super cool aspect with the images here. And these images are actually going to tie directly into the next thing that we're going to use to hyper personalize our content. But first, we're going to pause for Riley.
Yeah, I have a request.
Yes.
I think that using the image generator, you can also add humor to your emails. If you come up with something that looks just completely different than what you intended, and then also explain that in an email, it could be fun. Like we did one for Rocco Savage. He's a team member here at Regie, and he lives and works in Miami. So we typed in salesman working hard in Miami by the pool, and it was funny what it came up with. And it makes for a funny email that is very personalized, and it's easy to kind of start a conversation that way. Like, look what I created of you. Like, I hope you're not offended, or I hope you like it, or this is not what I was envisioning.
No, it is fun to play around and just see what it can. Like, look at how good. Like
this one has 3 legs. That's funny. You could use that.
But then you can change that mood, right? Like you can change the mood. So there's so many different renditions that I can come up with. And there was one of me that someone had generated where it was Amelia before Regie and Amelia after Regie, and I was a total mess looking, and then it was like really just put together all neat, and everything in life seemed glorious. So it's really fun. Go play around with this for sure.
Yeah, the inputs that you choose really make a difference too. Like you can create all kinds of different things. So yeah, just sit down and kind of get used to it. You'll get something different every time, and it's fun to use too.
Go do
Yeah,
it.
you don't have to go back and pay for stock imagery anymore. This is
Yeah.
all right here and ready at your fingertips, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And it turns
You can
all
also use this for your LinkedIn posts if you want to add some images as well.
Yes.
Like anything that you're doing, like you can now, you don't have to go to the design team. You could just have a little fun, create some images and add them to whatever you're doing.
Yeah, that's an awesome point.
Absolutely. All right. Sweet. So we've been through our AI campaign builder. We've been through creating AI images. So now we're going to hop into the next part of our personalization journey here, which is creating long-form personalized content to specific to the prospects that we're selling to. So something that's super unique that that Regie offers here is our blog post workflow. So people see blog posts and get hung up sometimes, especially on the sales side of things. You think oh, you can only use this on marketing. That's what they're just creating blogs and throwing it on the website. Well, no. So what we've seen salespeople use this blog post workflow for specifically is, like I said before, creating unique long form content catered right to the person that you're trying to sell to. So say that we are trying to sell to an automotive services industry that sells cars with solar panels on the top. I don't know. So we're going to go into this company. We want to write like some personalized content for them, specific to the thing that they're selling on. So this is showing them that you're doing research on their company, that you've looked into information about like their industry and what they're doing. So we can say like we're going to write a blog post today about how electric cars are changing the way we move around the United States. Go through, fill out all this information here. You can say we're going to sell it or talk to engineers in a funny yet professional way. I'm going to say a way right there. Funny yet professional. We want to target or talk specifically about electric cars. So now what we're going to go through and generate a headline. This is great for telling Regie a little bit more about what we're going to write about here. So, revolutionaries and transport in the U.S. That's what I was going for there. Beautiful. Write an intro paragraph for us. And just like this, in a couple of seconds, we're going to have a completely generated long form piece of material that we're going to be able to send over to our prospect and say, hey, I was reading a little about your industry, came across this, piece of content. What are your thoughts? Now, you can do something super generic like we're going to go through and generate here today. Or what the true pros are going to do is they're going to take the value proposition that they are trying to promote with their sales process, and include that in the prompt for the blog generator. So you might want to be talking about how you can correlate, the electric car industry to like writing better sales emails, and how writing better sales emails helps you sell more electric cars, or something like that. And you can write an entire piece of collateral in just a couple of clicks using AI, which is quite incredible.
Amazing, literally amazing. Like, can you just like say that again? I'm not kidding, because how unbelievable is that? People, I mean, I had someone cry to me at one point telling me that it takes them 6 weeks to do this and they can have time with their family again because it takes them so long to do this. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is life-changing for a lot of people. So
yeah, I mean, it's incredible. Just creating entire pieces of collateral just like that. Look at this. We've got a huge article that we can already write. If we want to make this longer, we can, just by simply using the Regie tools that are built in. The highlight, you can expand it, you can shorten it, you can rephrase what we've got here. If you like a certain snippet that's pre-written, you can save it right to your content library, and you can pull it out for our next personalization step, or I guess a couple personalization steps from down the road from here that we'll talk about in a second. But truly incredible. Like I said, you can create this content pretty quickly, especially if you're creating collateral for your specific sales items there. So pretty incredible. And again, if you guys want guidance on how to do this, you can come to our office hours, the one-on-one office hour sessions that we hold, and I'm happy to walk you through how we can apply this to your sales process. So
again, I'll toss this in there as well. We do have on the back end where it is not going to be anywhere else. Like, this is Regie generated, so it's It's not stealing any copy from anywhere else. It's literally creating this from going out and grabbing this information. So yes, to answer y'all's questions, absolutely publish away.
Yep, absolutely. And that's a great point. I'm glad you brought that up here. So we've actually got a plagiarism checker built within the Regie application here, just to show you guys that this is all generated completely originally. Let's hit this scan document here and see. Yep, we've got no matches. So that's a complete plagiarism-free document right here. Quite incredible. Just at the click of a few buttons. So if you guys want to use this on your LinkedIn pages, you can create posts to your LinkedIn pages just like this, long form posts. If you want to have marketing content, you can use that. If you want to have it for sales collateral, you can do it for that. Like the options are endless here. It's all about how you guys get in and create, and we're happy to guide you through that process there. So super incredible.
We have a question too, Colin, from Marissa. They're asking if you can repeat what you said about the last 200 words of the company description. How
Absolutely.
For results.
For sure. Let me hop into our campaign builder just so I can illustrate it a little bit better. Give me one sec. All right, check right here. So we're in our company and product description section right here within our campaign builder. And the question was, so we were talking about this 600 character count right here. And what my suggestion is here is to use the first 400 characters can be something that's pretty generic about your company or the product that you're trying to sell that you can apply toward or across multiple sales campaigns that you're generating or different versions of these sales campaigns that you're generating. And then you're going to use that last 200 characters to get more specific about what you're trying to talk to or talk about within your sales campaign. So again, the first 400 characters or so is something super detailed and generic about your company that you're able to apply across multiple things. And your last 200 characters you want to use for like whatever is going to be super different about this sales campaign. Is how I've seen a lot of people zoom through this pretty quickly. So let me know if that answers your question. If not, I'm happy to hop back in. All right. So one last thing to hit on within the Regie main platform here before we get to some serious magic is our AI toolkit here. And the number of different tools that you guys can utilize within this AI toolkit to help you guys write some personalized messages. And lucky for us, they're right here at the top. So the first 4 items for us to work with here, we've got a personalized cold email generator, our personalized introduction generator, personalized message, and our personalized opening line. So, excuse me. So with our personalized cold email generator, you can come in and see. Sorry, we're getting through this guidance here. Close our guide. All right, so you can see the different inputs here. But what I'm really going to do is kind of breeze over this one for now. We're going to come back to this once we get to our email writing section of it, because I don't really see you guys using this as much once we get to this personalization tool that I'm going to hit on in a second. This lets you write one-off personalized emails using the context of what you want to talk about and the same description of your company. Again, look at that consistent 600 character count. If you had that 400 character item that we're talking about, you could paste that right in here and be ready to roll. And again, talk about what you want to talk about, and then you can generate that AI content here. But some more that I would see you guys using a little bit more often would be these personalized introductions. So you can use this for when, yep.
Colin, Craig wants to know, how do you export the copy to insert into your own email system?
Great question. Let's hop over there. Actually, let me finish right here. We'll hop back over to the blog writer for him there. So this personalized introduction here, we're going to create an intro email between the recipient and the company here. So look, you're going to see a bunch of different tweets we can pull and everything. Again, you're getting a little bit more complicated with your levels here. You guys are going to be able to do this a lot quicker with our Chrome extension that we'll demo in a second, but just hitting on these tools to show you that they're here for you guys. Crafting these personalized messages again, the same inputs, recent tweets, any kind of keywords you guys want to pull in, information about who's sending. But you've got, again, all access to all these things in a more automated fashion once we get over to our Chrome extension. So again, just showing you guys that these are here. If you want to do it one at a time, don't recommend utilizing them in here. Where we're going to utilize them is when we're actually writing these emails. So great question on the content that we're creating and how to get that actually out to your team. So there's a couple of different ways. So on the left-hand side of our panel right here is our content library. We're going to actually access that blog writer at the top right-hand corner and click that new content button. But what you'll see is that blog that I created was dropped right into my content library in here. So there's a couple of different ways that we can send this content out to our prospects, depending on what kind of information you want to collect as you're going through. So personally, as a marketer, I'm all about data, and I want to be able to collect as much information about the people that I'm sending things to as possible. And we allow you to do that super easily within Regie. So you can see this is the document that we're working with here. I'm going to click on the name of the document. If you want to preview what it looks like, you'll be able to see it here. Now you can easily download it as a PDF, and it'll download on your computer, and you can send it to your prospects like that. You can also copy and paste it in your email. Neither of those I recommend doing when in terms of tracking things. What I'm going to recommend that you guys do, if you want to make sure you track it, is hit this share button in the bottom left-hand corner. Now you can either share it to like a team member or other people to look at and give you commentary about, but what we want to do is share for insights today. And what Reggie's going to do is generate a unique tracking link for the blog post or piece of content that we're creating. Now, again, this doesn't only just work for blog posts. If you guys upload an image in here that you want to send out to prospects, you can do this for that. Any other sales collateral that you guys use, you can throw it into your content library and do this exact same thing for. So you're going to put our the name of our link up here. Decide whether or not we want the prospect to be able to download it. But today I want to require those email addresses to view the document so I can keep track of who's doing it. We get this unique link generated right here. Let's show you what that looks like when you go into it. Actually, let me open this up in a private browsing tab to make sure we don't have any interference there. And now what Reggie's going to do is prompt you for your email address. Submit that here. And now we can go in and view that entire document that you guys have just generated in a nice, easy to read section here that's nice and responsive for different devices for you guys. And the reason I'm sticking on it here for a second is to be able to show you guys the information that Regie collects when it's done. All right, let's hop back into the Regie platform here. I'm going to reload my page. And what you'll see is now we've tracked that we've created this link. And if you click this down arrow right here, we can see exactly the email for the person that viewed it, how long they viewed it for, how many times they viewed it, whether or not they downloaded the video, when they last viewed it, and who sent that piece of material to them. So again, a couple of different ways to get this content out to your prospects, depending on how much tracking you want. So the number one way is to go in and just download it as a PDF. Number two, you can copy and paste the content from the blog that you're writing right into the email that you're doing. And number three, you can send this tracking link here. So I hope that answers your question. Let me know if there's anything else I need to address on that point there. So I'm going to take a pause, see if there's any other questions that we can address while we're sitting here on the main Regie app, and then we will hop into the personalization feature and the Chrome extension to personalize further. Let's see. All right.
We've just been answering some questions
Sweet.
in the chat.
Beautiful, beautiful. I just want to make sure that we're ready to rock and roll here. All right, so we're going to hop into Gmail now, where we'll be able to hop onto the next portion of our personalization stuff here. Don't judge my million unread emails in my inbox there. All right, so we're going to hop into my nice and empty and beautifully prepared inbox here that I have just for demoing, so you guys don't have to see my 1 million emails. All right, so the Regie Chrome extension, you guys can download from the Chrome store, or just by going to log into your Regie account. You'll see right at the top, it'll pop up here, giving you a prompt.
Totally free. Totally free. Totally free.
Totally free, easy to use. It works in Brave browser and Chrome and pretty much any other Chrome-based browsing system. So click that button here. It'll bring you right to the Chrome store where you can add that right to your web browser. But now we're within Gmail here, and what you're going to see is that Chrome extension is automatically going to pop up when I'm writing my email. So this is going to work within Gmail, within Outlook. It'll work if you're writing your emails in Apollo, if you're writing them within, or if you're sending within Outreach, pretty much anywhere within LinkedIn, pretty much anywhere that you guys are writing emails or messages for prospects, this tool is going to be available for you guys. So, excuse me, super powerful. What I'm going to do to start, though, is hit this personalization tab on the left-hand side. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put Rocco's email address into the subject line here. And what you're going to see is just like that snap of the finger, left-hand side here, we've already done a ton of research about Rocco. We've got advice on how to communicate with him, so the do's and don'ts on how to talk with Rocco. We've got information about his personality, so we can know more about his disc profile and his ocean profile. We've pulled out a ton of information from his LinkedIn. We've got information, or we've got access to his personal Twitter account, so we can see what Rocco's been tweeting about. It's Art Basel season down here, so Midtown Miami's going crazy. Let's see, you got company information, so everything about the company here, including the web address and social media things. Also technographical information as you're going through and selling to this prospect, super important to have. Any recent job posts from the company, we don't have anything right now, and any recent news about the company as well. So this is all great and all, it eliminates our research step by an insane amount of time. If you're going through and doing this manually, it would take you guys a lot longer. But you guys are like, okay, there's not too much magic here. Let's make some magic happen. All right. So we're going to press this create personalized message button. We're going to select up to 3 things about Rocco that we want to talk about when we're creating our message. But I'm going to make it nice and easy for us today. I'm going to pull the about section from him from his LinkedIn page. I'm going to pull the about section from Regie, from our LinkedIn page, and then let's pull in that tweet about Miami and see if we can tie in something about Miami to what we're going to talk about here. So we've got our 3 things that we're talking about here. We'll see how the Miami one influences it. Now we're going to put in the value proposition that we want to talk to Rocco about here. So super easy. If you guys already have one, you can import it from your content library. Today I'm going to pretend like I'm selling him Regie, so I'm going to talk to him about my value proposition can be. Let's see, we help you write entire sales campaigns in minutes instead of hours. All right. And now we can select whether or not we want to generate a personalized intro line or a personalized entire email body. To start today, we're going to start with the intro line. We'll hop back into the email body, I promise. So we're going to hit that generate button right here. And Reggie's going to take some time, go back, gather all that information that we were just pulled up on the research side of things, compile it all into the Regie brain. And then in a second, Reggie's going to spit out our content. So here we go. Just like that, we've got our personalized intro lines that we can take and throw it right into our sales email. This is great. Rocco, have you ever wanted to take your Midtown Miami level hustle and apply it to the writing entire sales campaigns in minutes instead of hours? That is an amazing, amazing intro line written by
I love that so much.
just in the click of a couple of buttons. I mean, that's incredible. So we've got the intro line right here, ready to rock and roll. I'm actually going to copy and put that into a new tab because I just got to save that to show our team how incredible that was after the fact. Let's go back to our inputs here. Now what we're going to do is use the same information, the same 3 inputs that we had selected before. Now we're going to have Regie write us an entire email cold with just a little bit of information that we put right here to send over to Rocco. So it's going to take a little bit longer for this one because rather than creating just these small little snippets that you have here, like I said, Reggie's going to write that entire cold email based on that same information and that same research, and we'll have that generated and ready to rock and roll.
How crazy is that, y'all? Like, I mean, so Marissa's saying, 30 to 60 minutes for her to research, do the prospecting, all of that on average. This is a few minutes and you're going to have all this information. And, this is all coming from, millions of emails that are evaluated every single month from best practices that are from Gong, Outreach, Sales Loft. So what you're doing is going to be best practices every time.
Absolutely. So you'll see we generated 3 different emails right here. And I'm going to pull out this one specifically because it's super long. We know that when we're writing these cold emails, we don't want them to be super long. So, you might have a longer email like this that comes in that Regie might generate for you. But with the power of Regie, one more thing I want to hit on. So you're going to throw this message in here. On the left-hand side, let's go back to our analyzer. You can see, our email is nowhere near ready, 54 or 56%. But what we can do in just a couple of clicks is make this email ready to roll. So we're going to select it right here, shorten our email in 1 click. Thanks to Regie, we're going to use AI to make this email a lot shorter. Boom, we're getting closer. Let's do it again. Boom. See. All right, so we're getting our word count. Perfect. We got to add a subject line and then a question at the end. I mean, how much easier can it be, people? This is fantastic. We've got the email and ready to roll.
Well, that is like, every time we do it, I'm like, wait, what just happened? And I work here, but I'm like, wait, what? Like, and every day it's like something new is going on with Regie too.
So let's do that again. Let's show everybody just how easy it is one more time to personalize a cold email in just a couple of clicks. All right. So whether you're in Gmail, whether you're in Outlook, wherever you guys are writing. Oh, one more thing to note here. People are like, oh, so how do we use this when we're writing our sales campaigns? Well, great question. So when you're working within Outreach or Apollo or whichever SCP that you're working with, you are simply going to add a manual step to that first email that you're going to be sending. That's going to pop up a manual task. When that manual task pops up for the rep, that is including writing an email. That Regie extension is going to pop up. You're going to pull in that personalization information, be able to generate the same content right in your normal flow of executing on sales practices and sales tasks. So super incredible. But if you're doing it within Gmail or Outlook, again, this is how you're going to do it. Hit your compose button. Regie's going to pop up here. Super easy. We're going to go to the personalization tab, type in the email that you're personalizing for, Rocco@Regie.ai. Pull in that communication device, personality device, everything on the left. Hit that create personalized message, and again, select that up to 3 data points there. So you can select 1, 2, or 3, as many as you'd like. The more, obviously, the information you give Regie, the better Regie can write, as we were talking about before. But
Better
super incredible.
Better outputs.
Exactly. So one last thing that I didn't hit on with this that I want to hit on now that I have this nice snippet right here. Within the Chrome extension, doesn't typically have too much to do with personalization, but one big thing in terms of best practices is this mobile preview on the left-hand side. So we know that like 70% of the people that we're talking with are going to be emailing with, are going to be opening your emails on their phone. So just this ability to preview your email and see exactly what it looks like on a mobile device right here on the left-hand side is incredible. So when you're writing, say we had written like double this right here, you can see this text is super blocky, so we'll be able to see right away that we need to break that up a little bit, make it a little bit easier to read, and make your life a lot easier. So again, just making sure that you guys are working within these best practices as you're writing emails and personalizing your emails. It's pretty incredible. So
Colin, can I just confirm with you? We have a question about credits via the Chrome extension. The prospect lookups here will use your monthly credits.
Yep. So prospect lookup uses 1 credit every time you look up a prospect.
Okay.
Yep. Exactly.
And then when it writes the email too, that's
Yep. And when it writes the emails, it follows the typical credit structure, which is 10 or 1 credit per 10 words.
Okay. So Grant, hopefully that answers Will. Hopefully that answers your question. Okay, perfect. We see it. Thanks, Colin.
Awesome. Yeah, for sure. And feel free to keep dropping these questions in.
Yeah, Craig. So Craig Peacock, I like your last name. Okay, so does the Chrome extension work with Outlook desktop, Mr. Colin Lee?
Great question. It does not. So you need to be within the Chrome or Brave web browser for the Chrome extension to work. So as long as you can log into one of your email providers online, whether it's powered by Outlook or Gmail, online, you should be able to work on it there. If not, we do not support desktop yet, but that is something we have talked about supporting down the road. So we just don't have that in the roadmap yet. So great question, though. Grant had a question. We just asking to make sure that we don't send the emails or run the campaigns from Regie. That's correct. So we actually tie into most of the major sales engagement platforms, whether that's Apollo, SalesLoft, Outreach, and a number of others. So you can, with our small business plan and above, you can push your sales campaigns directly into those sales engagement platforms and publish through there. And that's where you're going to actually do the sending from. The sending does not happen within Regie. Great question. All right. So we've pretty much hit on a lot of the big personalization features within the Regie app here. What we're going to do now is I promised that if you guys stuck around to the end, that we would give you guys a quick preview of another Regie feature. And since we're talking about personalization at scale, it's only appropriate that I am going to reveal to you guys the crazy magic that's about to happen over here in terms of personalization at scale. So, say you've got a list of, 100 prospects that you want to write these personalized messages for in bulk, right? But you don't want to go into your Chrome extension and for every single one and personalize every email one at a time. I know we make it really easy for you, but we're going to make it even easier for you now with this next tool that we're building out for you. So this will be, I believe this should be ready December the 9th. So let's check out right here our bulk personalizer tool that we'll be working on within Regie here. So all that you guys are going to do is you're going to have your list of prospects that you're looking to personalize for. You'll have them in your CSV and you'll upload them to Regie here. Then you're going to select those data points that you want to write your email about. So again, it's the same data points we had before that you guys saw in the personalization tool. We're just going to select one today, and that's going to be the about from the LinkedIn section. We'd add our value proposition here that we want to write to, number of outputs per email that we're going to generate, and whether or not we're going to generate that intro line or that email body. Hit that generate content button. And each prospect is going to take, probably about 15 to 20 seconds to generate. And just like that, you've got personalized emails written for all of those prospects that have come in. So you can go through and download these in bulk and automatically add them into your SEP. So super incredible, basically taking that personalization tool that we were looking at on the Chrome extension and allowing you to apply it to hundreds, if not thousands of people at a time. So personalization at scale is about to become incredibly easy within the Regie platform, just a matter of a few days. So we're super excited to have these new features ready for you guys. As always, we are always working hard to ensure that we have the most up-to-date features for our family here at Regie, and we are striving to do that for you guys. So with that, I want you guys to start thinking in your head about some extra questions to ask. I'm going to kick it over to Amelia to do some last-minute wrap-up things. While she's wrapping up, come up with those questions. Again, like she was talking about before, it can be about what we talked about within Regie today. It can be something completely unrelated to what we talked about within Regie today. It can be general sales tactics, general email tactics. Think about something. Start throwing them in the chat right now. I'm kicking it over to Amelia. We'll come back to those questions once she's done.
Awesome. No, that was amazing. That was so helpful. And I hope this is like so simple for everybody to see. And if you have further questions after this, reach out to us. I mean, I am always on LinkedIn. I am social stuff all the way. So shoot me a DM and we will happily help you, walk you through some of this too. Again, this will be recorded. So this will be shared with everybody too. I know people had to drop or whatever. We will make sure that everybody gets it. Share it with your team. Build a use case for yourself too. You know, if you are a rep and you're like, this is taking me forever and I need to hit quota, and Regie's going to help me, build yourself a use case, but then go sign up for free and show your team what you can do. And it's going to be powerful. I promise you that. Really, I use Regie a ton for social. So Regie has been such a simple thing for me to do when it comes to either social posts through LinkedIn or when it comes to blog writing that I do for others or for myself or newsletters too. So think of anything that you're doing content related. Think Regie, content, Regie, boom. And the power of Regie is so cool because there's the human touch aspect of it, about 20% that you can go and play with. And then the AI is doing about that 80% for you. So you're tying the two things together, but you're not losing that human touch aspect that is so powerful too, because we don't need AI taking over the world. We still need people here, right? So the power of knowing that you can combine the two without having to eliminate people doing the work, you know, it is like we said before, whatever you're putting in, it's going to give you better outputs. So the better the inputs, the better the outputs. And go play around, go play with the art and go do all of that too. Just show up in here, see what you are capable of doing because you're going to be blown away. Again, we have a question. Where'd the question go?
So I have some more things to touch on while we wait for some more questions as well. So I know that I mentioned our one-on-one office hours for individuals as well. So if you guys need any help optimizing the sales campaigns that you're writing or with any Regie feature that you're working with, I'm going to drop my calendar link in the chat right now. You guys can feel free to grab some office hours with me. I'm always happy to work on with whatever you need with you one-on-one, help you optimize your performance on the Regie platform. So always super excited to help you guys with that as much as needed. So
take advantage of that, you guys. Take advantage. He knows what he's doing 100%. Like, go jump on his calendar.
Absolutely. I'm always surprised when the people don't. Come join me for a fun time. It's a lot of fun. So
it's silly and brilliant as can be. So go learn from him. I'm telling you want to.
Thank you very much.
My LinkedIn as well. I've got a streamline your content link underneath my my name. Feel free to click that, and we can talk shop. We can just talk, figure out if Reggie's going to be the best fit for you. Guarantee it is. But we are more than happy to help you guys navigate through here, figure out, all the different questions that you may have. But when you do start playing with it, you're going to realize how simple it really can be and how powerful the tool really is. So there's, with the CMS built in too, knowing that you're able to have collaboration with your team is a massive thing. So knowing those, this part of the marketing side and the sales side, oh, look, there's collaboration. Hello. Did we just solve world problems? Yeah. So Reggie's solving problems globally, like we started off at the very beginning. We've got global people here. We've got people all over the world who joined us. So thank you guys so much. Those who stuck around. Again,
just a couple more notes from my end before we wrap here. So a couple more notes on our side. So don't forget, you guys can sign up for Regie for free today. You're going to get 2,000 free words or 200 free credits for your first month. So you guys can absolutely go sign up today. Regie.ai, top right-hand corner, hit that sign up button. You guys, one thing to call out, our small business plan on Monday is moving from $69 a month to $89 a month. So if you guys are looking to get that SEP integration, you can do it at a $20 a month discount until Monday. So definitely recommend that you guys hop on that. Otherwise, our pro plan is staying at the exact same price, and our free plan is obviously free for life. So make sure you guys hop on there, sign up for that. Additionally, if you guys, every so often we host sales sequence teardowns. So if you guys have a sales sequence that you're already using, that you want our experts here at Regie to tear down live and build back up again, we're absolutely always happy to do that with you guys. Riley's going to drop a link in the chat right now. But if you guys want to submit your sequence, you can go to bit.ly/submit my sequence and throw your sequence in there. And then last but not least, make sure you follow us on LinkedIn. So you can find us by searching Regie.ai on LinkedIn using the link that Riley's about to post in the chat now. Make sure you keep up with us there. We'll make sure that we're posting more information about all of our webinars and other events coming up. But until then, unless we have any other big questions.
We have one more.
One more.
What is the difference between the personalized cold email and the personalized message tool, Mr. Conley?
That is a fantastic question. Let's hop right into the AI toolkit right here. So we've got our personalized cold email on the left and our personalized message. So let's hop into the inputs here and see what the difference is. So when we're looking at our inputs here, we're writing the personalized cold email. This is taking information solely about the description of the company and the description of the item that we want to talk about or the person that we want to talk about in that 300 character input. So it's not taking into account anything like tweets, background experience, personal information, anything like that. So you're just going to get a more generic personalized cold email right here. Let's just see what this generates here, just to give you an example. So nothing fancy at all, not like what you're getting within that Chrome extension. This is just going to be super generic there, but also super powerful. See, and you can apply this to anybody, not personalized toward a person, but more personalized to that brand. So we're going to hop into that personalized message, and what you're going to see here, excuse me, is we've got a ton more inputs about the recipient here. So we can put in a ton of information about his profile from LinkedIn. We can bring any kind of information about the company in, any information about his tweets. And again, you're starting to pull in information about yourself as well, so you can relate these two things. So really, it's about the inputs you're putting in. And again, as we talked about this entire time, the more inputs that we talked about, the more or the better output that you're getting. So so you're going to get better, more personalized output here on this personalized message, very similar to what you're going to get on that Chrome extension, but just more one-off on the side of things versus that personalized cold email, where you can get a more generic message that you can apply toward to many different prospects and maybe just personalize that one intro line or something like that.
Yeah, so you can use the personalized cold email when maybe you don't have as much information, but when you do have that information, go to the personalized message and use it if you're not in your Chrome extension.
Absolutely. Sweet. All right. Well, with that one last question answered, we hope you guys have a fantastic Friday. Hope you enjoy your weekend. We're going to see you guys again next week with another live webinar from the Regie team. But until then, we'll see you guys later. Have a fantastic week.
Bye, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, everyone.